IVM.
Hey everybody, quick request once again, if you could help us out by filling out our survey. It's at ivmpodcast.com/survey. This really helps us talk to advertisers about the kinds of people listening to these shows. Really do appreciate your help, and we're going to be doing a random drawing, and we'll be sending out some IVM swag. Hope you enjoy that.
Hello one, hello all. Welcome to the Diary of the Traveling Professor. And I'm Siddharth Deshmukh, your friendly neighborhood traveling professor himself, talking from cold, dreary, grey London. Christmas has passed and Boxing Day has come and gone too, and now I'm just waiting for the new year to start. One hoarding that I did read was all I'm wanting from Christmas is 2021, and that seems to be the biggest sort of connect with people over here, just waiting for this miserable year to end, because London and most of England is in major lockdown because they found this new variant or new strain which seems to be 70% more infective and the rest of it. But as we are coming to the end of this year, as I said in my last diary entry, it has certainly made me more contemplative. And, I'm thinking in terms of my New Year resolutions and how do I figure things out. And perhaps my New Year's diary entry will be around that, just sharing that with you. But here I wanted to just kind of review the year and figure out one baller or gangster move that one company did that really stood out for me and kind of made a difference to the way in which, business was shaping or marketing was shaping and the rest of it. And there are so many contenders, right, for something like that. What was the one amazing move by a company done in such a terrible year, right? And I thought deep and wide, and I came up with something that I wanted to discuss with you. And I really think I truly admire what Tesla did. Tesla actually shut down its PR department. Now, on the face of it, it just seems, what? Tesla shut down a PR department and that's a great move? But if you look at it and if you think about it, think about what this company is saying to the rest of the marketplace and the rest of the world. That we are not going to do things in the normal fashion. PR departments typically are the ones which are busy crafting responses to journalists who are asking either relevant or irrelevant or pesky or even toxic questions on a regular basis. And they serve a lot of purpose, mind you. I'm not, kind of coming down on PR departments or the function of PR. But in this specific Tesla case, I think that we need to take a pause and think as to whether it makes sense for Elon Musk and Tesla to actually shut things down as far as the PR department is concerned. So I got into a deep dive and I read an article for it and I read an article against it. The people who were against it were obviously people who were journalists who said that the PR department was pretty decent and they used to give good responses, and they were not really for this shutdown, and we are not getting any answers to our inquiries and the rest of it. And this is not good business practice, and it makes sense. It makes sense from their perspective as to, what is happening. But perhaps journalists can also think about why is Elon Musk doing what he's doing, right? If consistently the company feels, whether rightly or wrongly, I'm not getting into that they're being misrepresented or the true facts are not being laid out to the public, very well by journalists, and journalists are actually kind of giving a skew to the whole thing that is not particularly helpful for Tesla, and, they're going away from the truth, then Tesla needed to have a response. Now, that response could be even more PR action or just shutting down the PR department, recognizing Elon Musk's very strong personal brand and the connect that it has with Tesla. Now, Mr. Musk has a brilliant presence, right? Sometimes it is extremely controversial. Sometimes he goes overboard. Sometimes, he steps out of line and he has to be brought in check by his board, who keeps reminding him as to his duties, his fiduciary duties of as a CEO, not to make any disparaging comments or not to, come across as smoking a joint on the Joe Rogan Experience. But having said that, I think Elon Musk has always done things in a very different way, and he's recognized that Tesla perhaps is benefiting from getting mentioned in the press so many times because of two things. One is that it is producing some really kick-ass original product, okay, which is taking the world by storm. And two, because of Elon Musk's personal brand, which is extremely strong. So the narrative in the press, okay, or the narrative in media is directly connected to these two things. Now, this means that Tesla has the luxury not to have a PR department, right? Because Tesla has the luxury to, consolidate on the strong brand that Elon Musk is doing. Now, the people speaking against this would be saying that Elon Musk does not have the ability to answer all the queries that are being asked by journalists, and maybe he's only answering just 1% of those queries. And Elon Musk says he doesn't give a damn, right? Because all said and done, it has to link to the demand that is felt by the marketplace consistently for Tesla. And over there, Tesla is doing a damn good job. Now, Tesla has not shut down PR departments all across the world. This is purely for the US, but the US is a kind of a bellwether market and a signal producing sort of market for the rest of the world. So we must look at and appreciate the kind of difference that Tesla is bringing even to its marketing or PR department. Now, there have been a lot of people who have left the department and gone on for other jobs somewhere else, but the fact is that they have not been replaced. And Elon Musk and Tesla is saying, hey, we don't need this. What we need is a very strong brand which has got to connect and which is newsworthy. And they've got these two strong prongs that are working for it. Now, if I look and compare this with the President of the United States, who is still the president till Joe Biden takes over, you will soon understand what I'm talking about. So Donald Trump was his own PR master, right? And a lot of times he used to do his own PR in a wonderful way so that, his PR department was finding it extremely difficult to match his steps. In fact, if he had the choice, which I don't think the President of the United States has, he would have probably gotten rid of the PR department because he was so adept at doing his own PR. So it really depends. I mean, somebody like Joe Biden might require a regular PR department. Somebody like Donald Trump is going to just, sneeze at this PR department and go and do his own number. So it really depends on who your company is, what your company is doing. Are your products noteworthy and are they creating a splash anyways? Are you being misrepresented in the market because of toxic questions which are not particularly well handled by your PR department? And do you have a very strong personal brand for a CEO or somebody who's higher up in the organization? It really depends upon the answer to these questions. And if you are in a situation wherein you have a strong personal brand and you are in a situation wherein your product is extremely cutting edge and making all the right noises, it might make sense for you to actually kind of shut off to the press, is what Elon Musk has ably demonstrated. It is a gangster move. It is a gangster move, but not replicable for most companies. Now, isn't that strange? I hope you liked this diary entry of mine, the last one for this year. I wish all of you happy holidays and a wonderful new year to come. And I hope to regale you with more anecdotes, insights, and, just stories from the traveling professor and his diary wherever he goes. And I hope that the next year, 2021, will be kinder to a lot more of us. On that happy note, do follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram, where I am the Traveling Professor, and do download the IVM Podcast app or go to ivmpodcast.com if you like listening to podcasts like these. Cheerio!
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. One more reminder, people, please go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and help us out. It will take you a couple of minutes to fill out this survey, but it really is very, very helpful for us. For the people who do fill out the survey and are willing to drop us their email address, we're going to do a special drawing and send out some IVM swag to everybody. So please do help us out with that. But what a week it's been on the network. There's so many things to talk to you all about. Let me run through some of the biggest highlights really, really quickly, right? So Sanjay Jha was on Cyrus Says. What an incredible conversation. I can't say enough about it. Check that out. We had Hansal Mehta on Marukinaya's The Note, talking about 1992 Scam. Amazing stuff. We had Vishal Gondal talking to Nikhil Advani about his career in film. On Storytellers and Storysellers, Vineet spoke to Gunjan Arya, the CEO of OML, and Samiksha Unyal from Bacardi about the history of NH7, the Weekender Festival. On Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav had an amazing episode about the Bushmen of Kalahari. Begin the Journey, Ashish Vidyarthi talks about career choices. On Naan Curry, they talk about cake. What a fun show that was. And on This Round is on Me, we had Dr. Sanjay Arora talking to Gauri about Suburban Diagnostics and Company and what he sees as the future of healthcare in India. And for our Tamil speakers, if you haven't been checking out Sivakami and Sabatam, why haven't you? Please do go check that out. Kavita's doing an amazing job telling that story. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
What are some of the radical changes that are now shaping our workspace? With physical distancing and heightened safety protocols being the norm, will technology finally make its large-scale entry to the workspace? Will design as we know it change for the long term? Is it possible for the Indian commercial real estate space to adopt a 360-degree approach to sustainability? Join our hosts at the Future of Space podcast by RMZ as we deliberate with industry leaders, analysts, and bright young minds on the way forward for the workspace given the new COVID normal. Tune in to the IVM Podcasts app or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts